Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas, recording the second of a double header today. End of day Friday, 6 p.m. for me, 5 p.m. for you. And today I have with me Joseph Zaarour, founder and CEO at iSolvRisk. Joe, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
I'm doing very well, Tony. Thank you for having me on. It's always been a pleasure, connecting with you, following your story on LinkedIn, and I'm hoping you're having a great time in Argentina.
Loving it, absolutely. I might never come back. I mean, I'll definitely come back for conferences, but absolutely loving it here. So I've got to say, this one's an interesting one for the listeners. This one's going to be a really interesting one. So normally I break the ice over like the weather, and you're in New York City. I was just in New York a couple weeks ago when we had the really bad wildfires in Canada. So New York in June, I'm assuming still beautiful, not super hot yet.
It's getting there.
Okay, awesome. So Joe, before we get started, so you are a RMI major, so a risk management grad from a top-rated RMI school.
Yeah, St. John's University. St. John's University.
Yes, and the usual path for somebody coming out of a top-rated RMI program is either become a broker or go into an underwriting training program. And maybe a few end up in other insurance or risk management roles, and exactly zero or very close to zero create an insurtech 2 years later, or like this quickly thereafter. And not only that makes you unique, but you're not trying to solve a little problem. You're trying to solve a big, hairy, audacious, gigantic problem that I really care about, and that many of us who listen to this podcast really care about. So, with that, I think proper introduction to what you're trying to do, what is iSolvRisk?
Thank you, Tony, for the introduction. I don't know how unique I am, but I just try to work hard. iSolvRisk is building a tool that empowers users to make better decisions by utilizing risk management. What we're trying to do is ultimately grant an equal opportunity at a better life for the world's future generations, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of inherited wealth. See, our process, what we're doing is we're combining game theory with fundamental principles of risk management, using math that's been around for half of a century, the analytical hierarchy process. We've created a three-step process that streamlines risk management. What that allows you to do, any decision that you can think of, business, personal, recreational, our product will break down, analyze, and mathematically compute the best possible option for any decision based on your end user input. Now, in addition to providing risk management as an easy to use, easy to apply, and easy to integrate into your day-to-day life for the individual, what we're aiming to do is introduce risk management as a service to industries with little to no risk management practices in them. Now, our target industries, the education industry, specifically the secondary education industry, we're looking to offer risk management as a skill, as a practice, as a tool to the high school level, so that by the time students are seniors in high school, they'll have graduated with a certificate of risk management excellence, which not only promotes their skills and makes them more well-rounded, it also boosts their likelihood of getting into a better university. Now, by solving the problem of risk management in the industry of education, we're looking to solve the problem of talent in the insurance industry by introducing risk management as a skill on the high school level. Right? We're creating a generation and future generations of young individuals with skills that adequately translate into the industry of insurance. So by solving this by taking a stair-step approach, we are looking to hopefully solve one of the biggest problems plaguing the industry today, which is talent and the lack thereof.
Okay, so that was very well put together, and it's a very, 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 very big thing that you're getting started to do. Okay, so this is maybe the second or third time I hear it, because we did chat before, and I'm still working on getting my head around this. So So when you talked about fixing the talent problem in risk management and insurance, you had me at hello. That's my language, right? And there's several efforts that have attempted this. So there is Invest out in California since like the 70s has been teaching high school kids about insurance as a career. There is Gamma Iota Sigma, the International Risk Management and Insurance Fraternity. But that only really helps us once you're in college studying risk management, which is very few people, very few schools. There is Insure My Path, which helps kids find careers in insurance and get excited about insurance. There is the insurance careers movement. There's my own insurance nerds. And all of us are kind of piecemeal attempts at solving this issue. But nobody ever that I've seen has said, you know what? So please help me understand if I'm getting this correctly. You know what? If we teach high school kids to manage risk well by using the principles of risk management, give them a tool on their phone to do that. A tool that is gamified so that they will actually use it. They will not only make better decisions and thus have better outcomes in general, but also they become better candidates to work in insurance and risk management because they've been introduced to it and they've been taught to think this way. Am I getting this correctly?
Exactly. See, the idea is to solve the problem of talent. The solution that we're approaching is we're not tackling it directly. You see, like we chatted before, solving the problem of talent in the insurance industry is one of the biggest problems. Many have tried, many have attempted to be successful at solving the whole problem. But like you mentioned, people piecemeal bits and pieces of success. What we're looking to do is introduce risk management as an exciting and challenging game, right? That awakens an individual's mind and allows them to view decision-making as something fun, something invigorating, right? Something where they can level up, earn experience, right? Have a community surrounding themselves in risk management. It's like, hey, how can having a community to help them become better decision makers, right? Now, by introducing gamification to risk management, right? We're breaking down the barriers of the connotation of what risk management is today. Because if you go out in the street out in New York and you say, hey, what's risk management? Most people, more often than not, will tell you risk management is either in finance, it's in banking, right? It's this elitist sort of sector of business that's only founded in like where the money is. However, risk management, and during my time at St. John's, as it was taught to me, it's just decision-making, effective decision-making, right? As an underwriter, as a broker, as an actuary, effective decision-making is what ultimately leads a person to become successful in those careers. So by making risk decision-making a game, right? And having the ability to use that game on your desktop, on the go, whether you're on the subway, whether you're traveling on the bus, now you have the opportunity to manifest your idea and communicate and facilitate your thought process. So by making it a game, right, not only are we introducing and adding these skills that are essential for the insurance industry, but what we're doing is we're teaching a future generation how to think. Common sense isn't common anymore. In the world of social media and everything and all the influences that are working to try to influence somebody one way or the other, what we're doing at iSolvRisk is creating a platform to empower users to take the decisions back into their own hands and really give them a community to empower themselves to make the best decisions possible. Right? Now, over time, what we're looking to do, what we're hoping is going to happen is by association, the future generations will associate risk management and decision making with something that's fun, exciting, and that's cool. Right now, that connotation and that change in perception of risk management is really what's the key and the driving force of funneling talent or young, exciting talent into the industry. Right? Because now they're thinking, oh, insurance is a fun and exciting game, because what they were taught growing up in high school, risk management, the very fundamental backbone of insurance, is fun and exciting. right? And then once they get into insurance, then they realize the amazing benefits that the insurance has to offer, right? Amazing salaries, right? Great health benefits, right? Amazing 401k matching,
Stability.
excellent work-life balance, stability, right? The ability joining a recession-proof industry. No one knows about it, right? On the commercial side, when people think of insurance, right? So, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Most people think, they're a producer, so they sell insurance. No one really knows that there's a whole world that is masked by this connotation that insurance and risk management is, and
No,
that's what we're looking
and
to solve.
and people don't even think producer. People think State Farm agent, life insurance agent, and the guy from Neil Riderson from
Allstate.
no, the Groundhog Day.
Yes.
They think that. They think your local Allstate agent, Allstate or State Farm agent, and they think claims. And they think, I don't want to do any of those three jobs. And they don't realize the other hundreds of jobs that are really amazing. They don't even, commercial lines, nobody has any idea commercial lines exist, which is the more interesting side of insurance and the more profitable when it comes to your career. Okay, so where is iSolvRisk in the process of building this utopia of a beautiful future that you're promising us?
So currently, we're in development right now. Looking to roll out the beta version of Risk It, our first product, in sometime in the middle of August. Currently, right now, we have the fire sale out for purchase. And what the fire sale is a limited time offer to not only have free access to our beta, which is coming out in August, but also gives you a lifetime membership into our club. Now, the club is a one-stop shop for everything risk management and insurance. What we're looking to do is break down the barriers that are separating risk management insurance from the overwhelming majority of talent that has no idea what that side of the world entails. We're offering risk management and insurance education, breaking the industry down in layman's terms, language, and logic. We're also providing upskilling and resume building sessions, right? We're also providing personalized risk consultants that will help you make the best decisions for whatever decisions that you may need to make throughout the course of your life. We even have a risk placement program that will not only help source jobs in the insurance industry to you, but will also apply for those jobs on your behalf. And all the while, you're in this community where people are coming together to really try to learn, share, collaborate, and really trying to elevate themselves. We're trying to create a beacon of positivity, right? In really trying to change the perception of what risk management is. See, that's ultimately why we believe we're going to be successful in doing so. So currently, right now, we're very much in the build stage. We have a community right now of early adopters who are very interested in risk management insurance, like yourself. The goal is by March of 2024, we'll have a full public launch for the entire public on iOS, Google, Android, and hopefully we'll still be working with some other key partners to really bring about that curriculum that we're trying to introduce to that high school level. I can't hear, Tony, you're on mute.
Bad risk management. No, good risk management on my side. Bad opening up of the to speak. Okay. If I remember correctly, you've got some early support. Is it from the city of New York or I'm trying to remember. Isn't there like a basketball tournament or something coming up?
Yes. So one of the things that we're doing as to really build out the iSolvRisk community is we're hosting a basketball tournament coming up in September in the local Queens community. The idea is to really come together, bring the community together, give back, right? Take the local park, clean up the basketball courts, change the nets, really provide that community building event, but all the while we're introducing a fun basketball tournament, we really want to take that opportunity to really introduce risk management and our product to local everyday people. So if everyday people can start using risk management, start helping themselves make better decisions using our product, right? Ultimately, we can then work together and start building that momentum and leverage that will ultimately propel us to success when we translate to the B2B platform.
Okay. Okay. And you have found support for the basketball tournament at this point?
We're still very much in the building stages. Currently, we're offering sponsorships, so any potential company or local business who wants to partake in the event can absolutely do so. We've ran a couple of tournaments in the past. In
Okay.
2021, we hosted two successful tournaments in the same park that we're hosting the one in September. They had we had an outstanding community feedback. They were very excited. The only thing that stopped us from creating that momentum was development issues when we were still trying to figure out how to bring about the product. But now that we have the development issues solved, we have a product that's confirmed that's going to be released in the summer. We're confident that now, once we have the basketball tournament in September, we can continue that momentum forward.
Okay. So in order to build this, who should get involved? How can they get involved? And what's in it for them in getting involved this early?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So really, we're currently working with Robert Cartwright, who's former president of RIMS. The ultimate goal is to get RIMS professionals, other institutions like St. John's, Temple, Georgia, with prominent risk management programs, to really partner with iSolvRisk to help develop this curriculum. Right, we want to partner with the major players in the risk management and insurance industry, because we want to create a curriculum that directly translates into the modern day workforce. We don't, as I would be very naive as a 24-year-old if I built a risk management curriculum and tried to produce it and try to sell it, myself. I know very much my scope of risk management is very limited, right? So instead of me assuming that I know it all, we're looking to partner with key institutions and organizations who know about risk management, who study risk management, who live and breathe it, and we're trying to incorporate that all into this one big curriculum, right? So really, early adopters would be coming on and joining iSolvRisk, right, to really just from the ground up and really help build up not only the curriculum but the product together.
Okay. Tell me about the rest of the team. So I do see that
Yeah.
you do have a leadership team in place.
Yeah. Oh man, well, I have to say I wouldn't be here having this conversation without my team. I'm a non-technical founder. My design skills are poor on the best days. And really I'm just a person with an idea. I credit my team with everything. And what it means. Nikhil Whitaker, my right-hand man and head of sales, actually convinced me to switch into risk management. So without my team, I probably wouldn't even be in this industry if it wasn't for my team. And just having Zaire, my college roommate from freshman year, coming on to help me design out what iSolvRisk looks like. iSolvRisk wouldn't even be a website or a thing without Zaire's designs. And then overall, as we progress further in the development, meeting Aiden, my head of tech, out of an aeronautical engineer out of RPI, who solved my development dilemma almost in an instant, right? And we have most recently hired on Elizabeth Murphy, who spent 20 plus years in New York. Have multiple experience building and growing companies on the retail side, and she's a startup junkie who loves what we represent at iSolvRisk. So, not to mention, in addition to the leadership team, I'm very happy and blessed to say that we have 45 volunteers working towards bringing iSolvRisk to life. And it really, without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So it really just is a testament to not only what we're doing internally, but what we're doing internally really represents the goal that we're trying to do and we're trying to showcase to the public.
Fantastic. So we're definitely at the point where you're not quite a developed product, but you're past the crazy guy with a crazy idea, and you've got a team behind you that's actually making this thing happen, basically.
Yes, we're very much in the building stage. So we have some key support behind us. The team is very motivated, to bring this to fruition, and it really is just we just have to put our heads down and go to work.
Fantastic, fantastic. So for now, that's all I've got. This is super exciting. I'm so glad that we connected this early on in the project because we need something like this. And I am very excited to get this podcast out and try to get the rest of the insurance and risk management community behind this and making this better and making this sustainable and see if we can finally start making some great progress to solve our talent issues.
No, I really think, and I think like with risk management, as it was explained to be, through St. John's, risk management is best done in collaboration, right? The insurance wouldn't function without collaboration. And carriers wouldn't communicate with brokers, can't communicate with clients, can't communicate with the actuaries without collaboration, right? And it really is important that we drive home that this is a team effort. Like I wouldn't be here without my team. More so, this iSolvRisk won't be anything without a community supporting it. And what we're looking to do is bridge the gap, right, of the leadership in insurance, right, who are retiring and are on the way out, who have an immense amount of knowledge and experience that are willing and actively willing to share to the younger generations. And now by having this tool, building this platform, we're able to facilitate that conversation between the up and coming talent going in the insurance industry and then the experienced leaders who are looking to retire and end their careers. And ultimately, with just a lot of hard work, a lot of collaboration, and just belief in that we can do it. Ultimately, that's I think we'll be very successful, right? Because at the end of the day, we're not in this. iSolvRisk isn't in this to make money. We're not in this for the dollars and cents. We're in this to provide an equal opportunity, right, to future generations of people who might not, who are just because of where they were born, they had an unequal opportunity. Like their lives were predetermined just because they happened to be born in a certain part of the world or a certain section of the country. I believe that's unjust. And what we're trying to do by solving the problem of risk management is open up doors, right, for people who may not be able to open it up themselves.
Mic drop. Fantastic, Joe. Thank you for coming on today. Look forward to have you back as you continue building this to talk about how it's pivoting and how it's growing and the impact that it's having. And excited to meet you next time I am in New York. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for your time, Tony. Have a great rest of your day.
Anytime. Thank you.